hero team.
Edwards.
They are advancing to the Western Conference Finals for the first time in 20 years.
Oh, it's on, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah, baby.
Welcome into Wolves After Dark, everybody. Timberwolves lose to the Golden State Warriors, who had like 4 or 5 players missing tonight, 116 to 115. They fought back, but it wasn't enough. And that's what happens when you go down by, what did we go down by? Like 25 or something like that. But yeah, if you're new here, like the stream. Even if you're a Warriors fan, because I know that a lot of Warriors fans are going to meander their way in here. You're welcome here, by the way. But please do like the stream. We are going to do another giveaway if we get to 50 likes on the stream tonight for the tickets for the giveaway. The meetup, which is happening on the 1st of February. So yeah, and by the way, I think we're just gonna do, what is the score of the Clippers game really, 90 to 40? What am I looking at? Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Yeah, but that's when the meetup's happening. We're gonna do it at Tom's Watch Bar. I'm almost certain. I just gotta get some final details. I think I want to call him too to make sure. But Mark, sometimes I wonder if blindness is all that bad. Indeed. That is tonight was definitely one of those nights. Man, Curry had a good game. I feel like we really haven't had like a ton. Recently, we've had some games where Curry has really cooked us. But in general, we really haven't had like a ton of like crazy Curry moments against us. And we generally play well against the Golden State Warriors. But the Warriors, to their credit, they came out tonight motivated immediately. And it wasn't just that they were making a bunch of shots. It was effort. They had a ton of effort to start the game. And I think it's because the last game that they played, when was that? They played on Monday against the Raptors and lost. By the way, the Raptors, we got all sad about losing to the Raptors earlier. Not that they have a good record, but they've beat some good teams. So, all right, let's catch up on some chats here. First one of the night. Dang, Randall sucks. This comment is meant to be read post-game so that when Randall does suck, you can see my reaction here in the chat as if it was a live reaction. Yeah. I mean, I know there's going to be some, well, I don't know. I mean, I guess Randall probably is like the main focal point of why we lost tonight, in my eyes. Conley too, but I mean, Conley's a little bit, he didn't play like that much. But Randall, man, if you have the opportunity to watch Randall on defense, watch how many times he loses his player when he's on a switch. How many times does he lose that player? It's crazy. Finch is dog poop. What does he do for real? Well, he did call a nice play call at the end of the game with 40 seconds, but that was about it. Ant's shot selection sucks. Yeah, I think the other thing that maybe we have to kind of come to terms with, at least temporarily, is that Ant, I think we want him to be this all-around perfect, like everything kind of a player. And he really just kind of isn't that. I mean, I think he had a decent night. And I love that he was driving and getting foul calls tonight. That was nice. Not that I really want to, I don't enjoy that game of free throws that we had back and forth in the third quarter, but hey, if that's how you're going to win, that's how you're going to win. So Ant is so far away from being a true superstar. Randall sucks. Rudy sucks. Everyone else gets a gold star. Wad. I appreciate that. Noah, blow it up, Tycoon says, and rebuild through the draft. Well, Tycoon, we don't even have that many draft picks. So we can't be really doing that. We kind of have to commit. And I don't think it's blow up time. I think we're good. I think this was fine. And honestly, I'm not even that mad. I know that everybody's going to be super pissed because this is against the Warriors, and we always want to beat the Warriors, of course. But I think that this was like, we've had a good record. We're like we've won 4 out of our last 5 coming into tonight, right? Something like that, or close to that. We've had a good record. So I'm not really that mad about it. But yeah, we legit had no reason being in that game until the end. Yeah, I mean, that's true. We did come back a little bit in the late second, early third, but that's about it. Also, Marcus, seriously, I think you're talking about the last play of the game, the last rebound that he missed. Oh my, or not the last play, but the last meaningful play. Like, he needs to learn how to grab it. Dante is a better rebounder than Rudy is. Randall's even a better rebounder than Rudy is. Nas is a better rebounder. It's crazy. Rudy just gets rebounds because he's tall. I hate to say that, but we all know it. This team halfway through the season has no identity. It's frustrating that apparently we need to have gap years. So actually, Gerald, I think Gerald and I, you and I are usually on the same page about this stuff. I do agree that it's frustrating, but I do believe that it is somewhat necessary to have like these gap years. And hopefully it's just one gap year at a time and not like, oh, you take 3 years off and then you come back. I mean, even Golden State, like look at Golden State. They had a 1 year where they were like last place and then they came back and what did they win it all or whatever? So yeah. Yes. Okay. You were talking about that, Marcus. Yes. I'm glad we lost. Now trade Randall. It just feels like we have to. It just feels like we have to. And I think there were many moments tonight where when he was out there, he was actively losing us the game. Actively. So I'll settle for apathy at this point. Ant got punked by Wiggins. Well, I guess you got to understand, Wiggins is a polished player now. He is not a superstar, but he is. I mean, he has gotten a lot better since he's gone there. And realistically, he was 6 of 16, 2 of 8 from 3. He had a lot of free throws, but that's just because it was the Tony Brothers show tonight. Like that was Tony. I mean, Ant got 10 free throws, Wiggins got 10 free throws. Just nonsense. But send Randall to the Nets, please, and thank you. The Chuck. Wolves lost the game in the first form. Yeah, exactly. The Chuck. And that's the thing. You can't go down. I forgot. I was going to look that up. What did we actually go down by? It was bad. Yeah, it was. We were down by 24 with 25 seconds left in the first quarter. So the first quarter, if you take the first quarter out, we win this. We dominate this game. We win by 9, 13, 28, or 21 points if we don't play the first quarter. Oh, man. I don't even know who you're talking about. We're losing to the Knicks tomorrow. Do we play the Knicks tomorrow? No, we play them on Friday. But we do play the Knicks on Friday. But Cat's injured right now, so we might have a chance. Cat mentioned, but it wasn't really the same way. Paint clock, yeah, Nicole, it's 100% accurate. We can't have the amount of like congestion that we have when Anna's trying to drive to the rim. He was lucky tonight to get bailed out by those calls, as was Wiggins to get bailed out by his calls. But yeah, there's just no room, and they're all just it's like they don't know how to play with space in basketball, and the teams that do win. So I don't understand. But does Finch realize Dante can shoot? Yeah, that was interesting. I mean, you could maybe make an argument, honestly, to Kubler that it's like the Warriors might have been loading up more on him than Ant. I didn't really pay attention to that much, but at the end. But the referees really didn't want to see the Warriors win by 20 against Andrew the GOAT. That actually kind of feels accurate, but I would say that this was a pretty evenly, terribly officiated game. I mean, there's so many things that you could talk about. I mean, they tried to call that foul on, or they did call a foul, and then like that foul on Dante from behind, that was like a semi-questionable. I get that he got the wrist, but like there's been times where they give that away. And then like Conley had that play where he was just going for the ball, and I think it was with Hield, and Hield gets called for a foul, which was crazy. Just weird stuff happening all night. Just not good. But I'm not trying to be a Golden State apologizer or whatever, but it kind of felt like that. You're lying if it was a bad game. Can't start. Yeah. Cam, we're going to lose 5 straight. I disagree. I mean, well, actually, let me look at the schedule before I say I disagree. I take back what I just said, and we're going to look at the schedule. And then the Timberwolves app crashes per usual. We play the Knicks, the Cavs. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. We play the Knicks, the Cavs, the Grizzlies, the Mavs, and the Nuggets. And then you could add on to that, we play the Hawks, who are always a kryptonite to us. We might. Don't even dare say more. No, I'm not saying it's a moral victory. I'm not going to say it's a moral victory. But I just don't think it's like, I think a lot of people are acting like this is like a gut-wrenching loss, which I guess to a degree it is, but just because it was close, but not that bummed. I don't know. Maybe I'm underreacting, but yeah, Crone, I think this is also a little bit where I am. If we had lost a lead, then I'd be mad. I hate when we lose leads. Like that drives me crazy. But we fought a little bit. Not to say that it doesn't matter. You need wins and you need them a lot of them. To stay afloat in the West and not be a play-in team. You need wins. And this would have been a really nice one to have, but only reason the Timberwolves. Oh, okay, Andrew the Goat's like a 5-year-old. Okay, I get it. Okay. Catching up on some comments. Dante has stepped up. Yeah, Dante, huge shout out to Dante DiVincenzo. Like, he is playing out of his mind over the last, I don't know, couple weeks or something like that. Pretty insane. I mean, 9 of 19 tonight, 6 of 12 from 3. Hey, we're getting into some player specifics. We'll get to the tier list here in a second. I don't want to keep you guys up too late. But PNP, I haven't seen your name, and I don't think I like whatever's on your what is on there? Is that food? I can't tell. It almost looks like a dog. I'm crazy. Anyways, welcome to the stream. Timbers are like the Vikings too. Oh, that's why. That's why everybody's mad, is because it's the hangover from the Vikings game. I get it. Damn, the Vikings, Wild, and Timberwolves all lose in the same week span. We're saving it for the playoffs, guys. That's what we're doing. We're saving it. Oh man. Well, that makes more sense. The Schroeder 6. Yeah, that too. Also, yeah. So Schroeder, whenever he got pulled out of the game, I thought we actually had a chance. I needed it. I want to win against New York. I hope so. We might be able to. Honestly, I mean, New York's a little banged up, and they really only, like I said this in the last stream, they really don't have that many players, plus like 6 players. Like, weird. I don't think we play them tomorrow. I'm pretty sure it's got to be Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. But we do have a back-to-back Friday in New York, and then Cavs at home on Saturday. So, oh man, Wild can't be. Yeah, I haven't really watched the Wild this much this year. Apparently, is this the case? Because I thought the record looks okay, but I don't watch any Wild games, unfortunately. So, yeah, we aren't. If you're not confident the Wolves can beat any of the good teams, why even be a fan of the team? Well, okay. I mean, I'm just a realist, Solidus. You've been here long enough. You know, I'm a realist. I'm not trying to like be overly optimistic here. Those are 5 good teams that we're playing. Oh yeah, you guys are all. I forget. You guys are all Minnesota. I'm Seattle. Sorry. It is almost midnight for you guys. I mean, these are all really good teams. I believe that we can win some games. I'm just, I also believe that there's a possibility we could lose all 5. Possibility. Is that over 50%? I don't know. But the Wild have some very handsome players. So they have that going for them. I like it. Okay. Well, let's get into the tier list. I know you guys are all up late, so I don't want to keep you up late. And I still have to work tomorrow. So I have both of my jobs tomorrow. Bingo, bango. Let's get the real thing up here. Boom, boom. Okay. Guys, I'm dangerously close to removing A or B. I kind of feel like we should remove A and then just have B, so that's like a little bit better than meh. And then Cash is like, instead of only good shooting performances, it's just like a good performance. So I'm thinking about it. Let me know what you think. But it doesn't make any sense. I do think it is more of a Minnesota thing, because I just don't think, Solidus, I can't enjoy sports when I'm watching all these other fans that are just like irrationally confident about their team. I understand that's how the players need to be, but like fans, I feel like can be whatever. But I can feel Brian Vlogs. I can feel another losing streak again. I don't think I feel a losing streak. I mean, I do think that the next 5, 6, 7 games are going to be tough, but we've beat good teams. We've beat good teams this year. We've played well against good teams. So also the Cavs just lost, so it's not impossible to beat the Cavs, but they are good. I think the Knicks game is a winnable game. I honestly sneaky think the Cavs game is a winnable game. Am I seeing this correctly? Oh, it's the Martin Luther King Day game. We play in the afternoon on Monday. I was like, am I looking at this right? So that the Grizzlies one is always a tough one. Although we were just playing well against them and lost on a last-second shot to Morant. Dallas is hurt right now. It's possible. I just talked myself into it. You guys are good therapy. Remove A tier. That sounds good. Remove A. Crone says, I'm okay with this. Okay. And they're not national TV games. Okay. You guys have convinced me. We're going on a winning streak. Count it. You guys want me to be irrationally positive? We're going on a 4-game winning streak. Minimum. Clip it. And don't clip the part out that don't clip the part that I said that we were going to lose 5 in a row. Don't see us winning the Cavs game. Won't be able to rebound. I mean, that is true. Allen and Mobley are a problem. Nicole. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's the thing. And you really do have to think of it as like less about the individual games and more about the macro level where you can be like, okay, can we take 2 of the next 5 tough games or 3 of the next 5 tough games? Go 500 in the next 6 games. That's key, staying afloat until you can get some rhythm, which I think we have a little bit of rhythm. Tonight, it did not look like. But in the last week, we've had rhythm. I'm not just going to forget everything that just happened. But I disagree, Solidus. We're just totally on a different planet. I'm sorry. If you've seen us over the years. We doom and gloom all the time. I don't know. Anyways, we're removing A. Sorry, Ashwin's not here to see this. Ashwin will be back eventually, by the way. I don't know when. I'm actually seeing Ashwin tomorrow night. I have to remember that. Delete it. Everybody, salute. Goodbye, A tier. It was fun having you. We don't need you anymore. So sorry. Maybe we'll come back with a fun name for you or something. But this also makes it a lot easier for me to do this. Yes, there we go. A little bit more even. Okay, tier list. A1, unforgettably good game. Glenn Taylor, unforgettably bad game. Meh, didn't really notice you. And everything else in between other than the old tier, which just is a dynamic up or down tier. We can move it wherever we please. I have a feeling we'll have a couple players in old, at least one. We'll see. So first, everybody get your grades in. We didn't really play that many players tonight. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Who are we missing? Oh, I didn't even notice. We didn't have any Josh Minot minutes. We should have Joe Ingles come in for one of the inbounds. No Jalen Clark, of course. No Garza, of course, unfortunately. Could have used his rebounding a little bit. Again, though, I mean, his rebounding is just kind of scrappy. I don't know that he's necessarily like super skilled, but I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, let's do Nickeil Alexander-Walker first. Yeah, Minot should have. Why not Minot? Yeah, exactly. Let's do Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Get your grades in for Nah. He played 20 minutes. He was 1 of 3. Hit that 1 3. Had 5 points, 2 fouls, a rebound. That's about it. 2 free throws. 2 free throws. Yeah. He had 2 free throws. I probably should not have really. I mean, this is like an unimportant grade, but Nah. Probably meh. I don't know. It's just like he wasn't really playing that much. Again, it seems like he goes through these insane ruts and then insane highs, like or valleys and mountains or whatever. I don't know. It's just not feeling great right now. That 3 looked nice, and it ripped the net, but just need a little bit more. Also, a lot of the defense. I understand that Steph is a tricky cover. I get it. He's like one of the best players of all time. And I'm not trying to say that Nah is like one of the best defenders of all time and should be able to keep up with him. But it's partially the on-ball defender, but it's a lot more of the others, which is where we're going to get to Randall in a little bit, where, Curry is very fast, very small. He can navigate around players and screens very easily. And when he can get open, which means that players have to switch at some point and make him pass it to somebody else, even if that means that you're giving a wide open lane to like Looney or something like that. Or I don't know. This is just like the way when I'm watching the game, I just feel as if we should not be allowing him to get any threes off and just completely sell out to like trapping him, getting him out of threes, and just allowing 2-point shots from other people or him. When he's going to do those crazy like scoop shots, I almost like just let him do that. That's a crazy shot. And it's only 2 points. So I don't know. It just to me feels like that should be the shots that he's taking. We should not be allowing him to be taking, especially like late game. Why we need to sell out to that? I don't know. That just bothers me. Like how many threes? I mean, I guess he didn't play the full fourth quarter. How many threes did he have late game. This is way too much on Nah. He had 3 threes in the fourth quarter. I don't know. It's just like, and 2 of them, or maybe all 3 of them were wide open. It's just like that can't happen. So, Dayon Davis, welcome back. Was it the game with my son? First half was dismal. I'm glad you stayed for the second half, but it was pretty bad. Nas left. Yeah, yes, Nas and Randall are criminal offenders with this, like, or serial offenders with this. It's nuts. I just reminded myself that I have cereal. I bought some Pops at the store, and now I want them. Anyways, distracted. Anyways, Nah gets a meh. We'll get to these other players shortly because I feel like they're more worthy of talking about. Mike Conley, I'm not even going to ask you guys to give me a grade because I know what I'm going to give him. I'm giving him an old tier, and I think it's probably where it is. He was 18 minutes, 0 of 3 tonight. He had 1 point. He had a foul. He had 3 assists. I felt like Mike was a non-factor, if not a negative factor out there. I know his plus minus was -3. It felt worse than that. I think it's old. It's just easy old. Yeah, Nicole. It's not good. At Matthew, it is seriously so bad. And there's been the only thing that I will stand up for Mike a little bit is that over the last, again, we cannot forget that like a week ago we were playing really good basketball, and today has just not been good. Mike was a part of some of that good basketball. We were talking about it last week, where when he came off the bench, it's like, man, if he can play like this, I'll take it every game. But of course, it has not been like that. And he just like nights like tonight are the nights where, yes, Matthew, he looks unplayable. Bad game. Next, let's move on quickly. Let's get to Naz Reid now. Naz was 5 of 13, 3 of 7 from 3. He had 15 points, 6 rebounds. He was a +8 tonight. Had 2 free throws, made both. So there's some good with Naz, some bad with Naz, kind of all over the place. Overall, I think it was a good impact on the game, especially second half. I felt like he was part of the driving force that really got us there. And I felt like some of his rebounds were really crucial at times. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It felt like a good one, but at the same time, like I don't remember who just said it, but whoever was like, he's just leaving people over. Him and Randall need to just like, I don't know. Do they not look at the film, or do they just not like? Do they just not comprehend it, or is it just that it does not like in the game? It's different. They do look at it. I don't know. It's crazy to me how often we're leaving people open from 3. This even happened a little bit. Sorry for the mention, but Kat mentioned this even happened a little bit with Kat too. It's like our power forwards. They just don't get it. And I'm not saying that like him closing out is the difference between Steph making it or not, but like let's please just like throw something. Can't just be nothing. But anyways, for Naz's grade, I'll probably go with like personally, I think it was still like plus for us. So I would say probably a B. Now that we don't have A, I think a B is fair because it would probably be high B, low A or something like that if I had to guess. But yeah, let's see. Nas B. Yep, B. Okay, good. We're on the same page. Nas missed some layups. Yeah, that's true. That is true. B because heavy on defense. Yeah, I agree. We're all on the same page. Love it. Dayon Davis, B. By the way, welcome back, Dayon Davis. Good to see you back here. Yeah, B for. Oh, I didn't put him there. B for Nas. Good job, Nas. Also, I'm down to rename B tier to something else, like decent or something. Like, I don't know. I don't know what we want to name it, but if you guys have some clever names, I'm good with it. I don't want to make it too niche or confusing. Like, we already have a lot of that going on here. So there needs to be some kind of anchors for the casual WAD listener to catch on to. But yeah. Anyways, good to be back, Dan. I love it. Cash, if he had shot better. Yes. Yeah. Oh, Matthew, I kind of like that. Okay, everybody in chat, you have to help. I like nice tier sounds good. See, Mark, that's kind of what I was thinking earlier. I was like, acceptable is good, decent, all that kind of realm. Nice is kind of good, and it's on brand. I don't know. That's pretty nice. I Poke Office. I like it. Yeah, I tier. Cutie tier. Oh my gosh. But that could be another. We don't have to make two. I don't want to. When Ashton comes back, he's going to be shell shocked that we changed all of this. See, I know Matthew. It is that is pretty good. Bring the nice. Okay, we're getting to the starters because we only played 3 bench players. Let's start with Rudy. My goodness, Rudy. Rudy Gobert. He was 2 of 2. Get your grades in for Rudy. And maybe I'll put. Can I put a poll in here? I don't know. I don't know if I can do that. Rudy. Yeah, everybody's getting their grades in. You guys do that. I don't know if I need to make a poll right now. We'll do it another day. Where did my stats go? There they are. 2 of 2, 3 of 5 from the line. He's back over 50%, barely. 7 points, 10 rebounds, 2 blocks, only 2 fouls. But I don't know, man. There were some concerning Rudy moments tonight. Capo says Rudy old. Rudy meh. He should get traded. Gobert. D'Lo for getting out rebounded and tipping the ball. Honestly, the tipping of the ball. It's so frustrating and it happens every game. I'm just so sick of it. I need him to be able to rebound the ball just more effectively. It is nuts. Dan Davis says old. And remember, I take people who are at the game, I take their grades a little bit more than I do when I watch on TV. By the way, guys, so I had to watch the ESPN one. I couldn't find a stream with the Timberwolves on it. Man, terrible. Meh from Crone, old. See, but now this is where we need 2 old tiers. 2 offensive rebounds for I know. And also there was some stat about like rim protection by the Warriors or something being really bad, I think. I don't know. I couldn't remember. It was some stat on Twitter that was showing that Rudy should basically have a dominant game, and he had like a nothing game. I mean, I don't want to say it was nothing, but yeah, that actually is kind of D'Lo. French tier. 7 points, D'Lo. Old. D'Lo for tipping the ball. He was getting out rebounded down. Cat would never tip the ball. Never. That actually is true. That is true. NBA bite. I did not. Also, to be fair, I was also not willing to explore too much into my streams because I just don't want to get all the spam and ads. Now that well, I won't say it on stream, but now that one streaming website is gone, I'm so sad. So, I know. KGTD, seriously, he needs to dunk. Just so bad. Yes, that last point. So dumb. The ESPN was being kind to us. Yeah. Interesting. You know it, Worley. I'm not putting that on screen, but that was the one. They didn't have it. But yeah. We're doing Rudy. I think I'm going D. Oh, we were kind of 50-50 between old and D'Lo. I was kind of thinking D'Lo though. I think I'm going to go Wancho. I'm going to go a little bit lower. I don't think it's full on old tier. We're getting close. But man, it's just we'll put him in Wancho. We haven't put somebody in Wancho for a while too. And I don't know, man, Wancho kind of feels mean too. But that one play I think is enough. If he grabs a rebound there, we have a legitimate chance at winning the game. Like legit. I don't know. But oh, whatever. Rudy had a nice outfit on the way out of the arena. So did you. Yeah. Anyways, I'm getting distracted by a billion things. I got so many things going on here. We'll just keep him in Wancho. I don't want to think about it too much. If people have problems with it, let me know in the comments. But we're gonna move on. Let's talk about Julius. Everybody's talking about Julius in the chat, anyways. Julius Randle, 8 of 18, He had 17 points, 6 rebounds. Did have 4 offensive rebounds, but I think those were primarily just on his own misses. I could be wrong about that. Only 2 turnovers, but it felt like a dozen. And it was not a good game. Let me look at his because it was like the first half for him was abysmal. First quarter, 2 points. He was 1 of 6 in the first quarter. He only played 3 minutes in the second quarter, and again, that transpired with us coming back in the second quarter. He played 9 minutes in the third. He had 6 points. He was 3 of 6. That's acceptable. And he actually had a little bit of a run in the beginning of the third to kind of get us going. Did have 7 points in the fourth. He kind of got ramped up throughout the game, but the first half was 4 points in the first half, and then he got 4 points coming out of the second half. So, oh, yeah, trade tier. Okay, got to catch up here. So we won the game and Rudy sold. Let's see. Ping pong paddles for sure. Trade. Put it in Wancho. Glenn Taylor. Oh, Mark. Have a good night, Mark. If the giveaway happens, 50 likes. We got to get to 50 likes. We're only at 20 right now. 1,000, of course. 20,000. We got to get 50,000. Edwards not the best player. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that right now. We'll get to Edwards in a second. Julius Randle, that dude play style makes my eyes bleed. It really is painful to watch. It is not fun to witness that on offense, but defense is also bad. Defense is a little bit better because it's literally just him being lackadaisical and not paying attention, which is a lot of players in the NBA. But offense is really, I'm confused as to why he looked so competent against other teams while he played for other teams. I know that he still has these moments where he is like kind of crazy and this is what it is, but when we played him, he always looked like a smooth everything type of player. Yeah, I don't know. Just not good. Randall was meh. Cat definitely made Ant Brett. Okay, we're still talking about that. And Rudy's not good without Cat. Rudy, everybody, I do think that everybody's learning each other right now, which I know is not the answer that everybody wants to hear, but I do think it is kind of a learning year. True, early squirrely. Yeah. Anyways, I think Randall, I feel like this was a really bad night for Randall. I understand that he had a little bit of a comeback there in the last half, but it's just so bad to watch. Somebody came out with the best comment the other night. I can't remember what it was. Something about Randall. I don't know. Butterfly, I do. I'm trying to. I already have mentioned his name a couple times tonight. I'm really trying not to, but we don't want to learn Randall. Randall meh says 420 Sports. Welcome, 420 Sports. Is it meh though? Was he meh? I feel like he was worse than meh. I'm gonna go D'Lo. Executive decision to go D'Lo. And so it's kind of satisfying we have this line now. But no, I think it was D'Lo worthy. I think there was this was like a D'Lo. This was actually a D'Lo game. This was a D'Lo game because it was a really bad first half, some chucking, some not such good looking shots, no defense. I think this was D'Lo. But I could see going lower, honestly, just because it's been something that's happened so many times in a row. Honestly, if there's a trade tier here, we're putting him in trade tier. But exactly, Matthew, exactly. Cool. Screw democracy. Hey, sometimes you got to use your executive powers. And sometimes you have to use your executive powers to stop talking about Julius Randle because it's just not fun. So anyways, let's do Jaden. Everybody get your grades in for Jaden. He was 6 of 9. Nice. From the field. 14 points, 5 fouls, couple BS fouls, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. Had some nice offense tonight, and he had that weird dunk attempt where he tried to it was a weird poster. It would have been really nice if he would have made that, but that might have been a moment where we maybe. It's hard to know. When you're in the game like that, it's he's making the decision that he wants to like get a crowd pop, and it was a close game. Would have been nice to have those 2 points instead of a missed dunk, but that was a really good game. So, whoa, everybody is going crazy. Cash, I guess. Cash. If we accept doing gap years just to keep Rudy, we are wasting 50% of Ant's career. Maybe, Gerald. Yes, you are factually correct. Cash. I'll take this night from Jay. I know exactly that. This is a good one. I see 420 Sports. I see what you're saying. Cash, no turnovers. Is that true? No turnovers. But also, he's not really that bad of a turnover person. But, right? Is he? Or am I just off? B plus, Dayon, making up his own tier. Jaden had a couple blocks. I didn't even mention the blocks, didn't I? Yeah, 2 blocks, a steal, 3 stocks. I think it's a cash. I think this was a good game. I will admit, you guys are a lot higher than I was. I do think this was a really good game. And actually, with our new definition of cash, I think he does fit into the cash because this was a good game. Think now when we think of cash, we got to think of Grady saying it. Because sure, does Grady say it in some big moments? Yes, but also he says it in some like medium moments, and it's kind of just like cash. Like that's the kind of game yet. Yeah, that's a good game. Also, continues the straight up line, satisfying. We haven't won a good game, a good Jaden game. Jaden does have good games when we lose. And I don't think it's because he's having a good game that we lose. I think it's just the weirdest circumstance. Lots of monumental changes to the tier list tonight. Yes, I know. Well, we didn't change B tier yet. I do want to. Next stream, we're going to put a vote to it. We'll put a vote to if people want nice, which I can't lie, I do like, or it could be aight. It could be acceptable. There's a lot of different things it could be. But anyways, I think it's cash. We'll give him cash. I do feel maybe a little tierflation. We love Jaden on this channel. I say stop Jaden hate. Yeah. Well, Butterfly knows. I don't like Jaden slander. Yeah. Well, Butterfly will keep me in check, as Butterfly does. Butterfly keeps everybody in check in the Discord. If they're throwing any shade, Butterfly's got it. Butterfly, you should probably be a mod, honestly, with all the other mods. Meh and aight are the same thing. Yeah, well, that's the point. Like, we want them to be, yeah. Oh, I know. I see what you're saying. Yeah, meh and all right. Yeah. That was kind of my thought, but yeah, bring the nice. Exactly, Dayon. I don't know. Brian Vlogs. Jaden has been upping his trade value. I can't say anything, Brian, because Butterfly's here. I can't say anything, but just know. Yes. And I don't want to trade Jaden. But you need tradable assets if you're not winning. If you're not gonna be a good enough team to make the playoffs, and like even if we're gonna give ourselves a gap year this year to be better next year, you have to have tradable assets. Whereas, look at the Suns right now. The Suns are in a bad situation where if they want to do anything, they basically have to trade Devin Booker, KD, and Beal. Like they have to get rid of everybody. It's crazy. So yeah. Anywho, Jaden, Cash, we got him there. Next up, let's do Ant first because I don't think he's the player of the game for us. Ant played 40 minutes tonight. Wow, he played a lot of minutes. He was 7 of 19 from the field, not great. 4 of 9 from 3, meh. 10 of 11 from the free throw line, got to be a career high. I know it's not, but it's got to be up there. It's certainly one of his higher games. Or does it say in here? Does this app tell me? No, but either way, bravo to him, but also huge kudos to Tony Brothers for giving him and Andrew Wiggins a combined 23 free throws. What a fun game to watch. Felt like I was watching an OKC game. 28 points, did have 5 turnovers, had 8 rebounds, only 2 assists tonight. And as they were mentioning after the last game, Finch has kind of given Anthony Edwards, which, by the way, I kind of like this from Finch. I think this is maybe sneaky smart, is to kind of incentivize Ant to go for triple doubles. I know at first that sounds wrong, but like if Ant is actually doing that, getting triple doubles, um, I mean that is a good sign. Like even if it is a little bit of stat hunting, I think there was a time where there was a long time where Russell Westbrook was getting triple doubles and people were really like for it. And then near the end of his triple double runs, people were kind of like, okay, now he's just stat hunting. I think even that is okay. Um, but anyways, to get back to the grade, I mean, this was a pretty I don't know. This is such a difficult game from Ant because I love the getting to the line, but I do attribute a lot of that to Tony Brothers, and I don't think that this is a repeatable thing for him because we've not seen him get this many rebounds in consecutive games in a long time. Um, but he had some decent shots. He had some good shots late. I guess one of his threes was that garbage time three at the very end. Um, but yeah, so I don't know. I don't necessarily want to go with meh because I don't think it was that bad. I don't know. Let's see. I haven't looked at any of those grades yet, though. Grayson's here. What the hell? Your sons are in trouble, Grayson. This is not good. B, I suppose, for one, Michael Jordan Jr. B minus, meh. I'm thinking that's probably where I am. And it's B, B, B plus. Whoa, that's low for you, Butterfly. MVP talk. Staying involved has definitely been an issue. That is true. He does kind of wander out there. Even Ant had some moments where he was missing people. And like he missed one rotation to Curry at one point too. So okay, is it Cash relative to Jaden or Cash relative to Cash? So the way the tier list mark is, it's kind of changed, and it kind of comes back to just me making like a dictatorship here. But like all of the players' grades are kind of relative to our expectations for that individual player coming in. So like, I wouldn't like if Ant or like let's say Ant had the game that Jaden had tonight, I would not be calling it cap if that helps basically. So and if like Minot had the game that Jaden has, it's probably a 1 or something like that. So but yeah. But you are also, Marcus, you are correct. He should be getting these calls every game. Tony and his brothers makes every game he referees a slog to get through. It really was difficult tonight. Yeah, I think it's a B tonight. I'm fair. I think it's fair giving him a B. I'm not going to go any higher. I'm not going to go any lower. I'm borderline Cash. Okay, yeah, with the new definition of Cash, that makes sense. Butterfly. Cool. Okay, now let's get on to a fun one. Dante DiVincenzo, get your grades in for Dante. Also played 40 minutes or 39 minutes tonight. He was 9 of 19, 6 of 12 from 3, 4 of 6 from the line, 9 assists, 6 rebounds, 28 points. Guys, there were moments tonight where I was like, and I think I said this last game kind of jokingly, but this is now becoming a little bit more of a thought. Dante's becoming like our best player. Like he is. So I mentioned at the top, Ant is maybe not the all-around do everything kind of all-star player. He's kind of a pick and choose kind of killer at times. Dante's like legit. Yeah, I agree that he is A1 if we win. This is an easy A1 game for me if we win, even though there wasn't any like super specific moments that I could like count out and be like, wow, what a 3 or what a dunk. I will say he is one of the only Timberwolves players that I maybe have witnessed in my fandom where he can come down and just hit a momentum 3. And I don't mean like something to change momentum. I mean like we are already in a rhythm. We've already scored 5 points in a row, 6 points in a row, 7 points in a row. And he comes down and he's able to create for himself now. I mean, he's becoming a weapon. And, to go back to Ant for a second, Ant needs to take advantage of this. Or Dante has to keep shooting and taking advantage of this, and Finch needs to be taking advantage of Dante taking these shots. Because when you have two of these players that are that capable on offense, if Dante's going to get a little bit more defense, gravity towards him, you have to have Ant go off also. Now, of course, Dante and Ant both got 28 points tonight. So you could argue, if you're just looking at the stats, that did happen tonight. But Dante, whew, that was a great game. Cash. A1 or cash. He's not getting traded. Or if he's getting traded, it's for something crazy. Like, I mean, that's crazy. I told y'all he was loading. I know. I'm happy for him too. A1 says ML. That sidestep, I knew immediately. DDV cash. Teams wish they could trade for Dante DiVincenzo. Yeah, exactly. Yes, Crone. That's exactly, like, we don't have those players ever. And to have Dante on the team right now, we need to be capitalizing on this, though. We need to be winning. Hot. It was amazing defense. Yeah, I mean, seriously, this was a great game. I don't really have any arguments for this, and I don't really have too much to add other than this was just a really, really good game from him. And if we can continue to have games like this, he needs to be playing 40 minutes a game. We need Tibbs in here ASAP playing Ant and Dante 48 minutes a night. Man, he's got it. And the rebounding, I mean, it's not just like, it's pretty good. He had some really nice rebounds. He had 9 assists. I mean, he could get a triple-double. He's triple-double watch. So, Corey Stenson. Can't win with small guard as your best player unless generational shooter like Curry. Trade Ant while his stock is high as it'll ever be. Oh, boy. Corey, you know, I usually don't entertain trading Ant things, and I'm not, to be fair. I mean, I guess I'm entertaining your comment, but, which, by the way, welcome back. I don't think we're going to trade him. And I don't think we should trade him because he's 23. You don't trade somebody like this for a while. Unless you're getting, I mean, dude, you're going to have to get so much. It would have to be like a Wemby plus draft picks level type of thing. It's too much. And you just can't. It's a bad message to send to future players that go to the Timberwolves that we could trade you 5 years in, well, at the peak of your prime or whatever. But, yeah, Dante might be the best rebounder on the team. Trade Ant is absolutely ludicrous. I agree. We're seeing chemistry, growth, and physicality. Yeah. I like it. Trade Ant and build around Jaden and Rob. Whoa. That's the other thing. We still have to see Rob play more with Ant because that could be really interesting with Dante too. What in darnation? Oh my gosh, I just got so thirsty. Woo. Okay. Well, that was everybody, right? Cool. Not a terrible night. See, I don't think it was that bad tonight. Of course, we should have won, but laugh now, but in 5 years you'll see. Well, that you could be right there. But also, I could say that about anything. You know, I could have said that about anybody, you know, any of the Timberwolves draft picks going back 20 years. But you could be right. You could be right. I don't think you'll be right, but you could be. In the realm of possibility. We grading Finch. I don't know. I feel mixed about Finch tonight. I mean, because he did draw up one play, which is better than normal. But also, you know, I'd like some more shots maybe drawn up for Dante at the end of the game. Lineups, there was one weird lineup tonight, and I don't remember what it was, but it involved Conley, and Randall. I don't know. I think he was in the third quarter at some point. I hated it. It was not good. When is Rob? I think Rob's out for weeks, right? Or no, he's back. I'm thinking Terrence Shannon. Terrence Shannon is out 2 to 4 weeks. Rob, I don't know. He should be back soon. I mean, he played tonight. Let's see. How did the Iowa Wolves do tonight? Or how did he do is what I really care about. Let's see. Does he have a stat line? He had 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. That's okay. I don't know if his numbers translate. I don't know if he translates as well in the G League. Maybe. Maybe he should. Maybe I'm coping. But I think Ant can be a number 1 on a championship team, but he would need to develop into Kawhi, Jordan, Kobe type of player. He's not that impactful on defense or offense yet, especially on defense. Yeah, this year especially, he has not been as impactful on defense. And I mean, a lot of it is because, you know, we have Jaden as our main defender. So unless we play a team with 2 stars, Ant's really not going to get a ton of like on ball like moments to really shine. And also his on ball defense moments, he's just picking and choosing them. He's just picking and choosing them. So um he's just, and that's what I mean earlier when I'm saying that he's not like an all around all star or superstar or whatever the word you want to use. Um he just picks and chooses both offensively and defensively. Um But he's also, I think he's just a better defender in the playoffs. I don't know. But Solidus, are you interested in trading Randall? Oh, yeah. Very much for many reasons. I think even if you don't get something significant back this year, I think you want to trade him. And honestly, I almost would rather just trade him to get out of like the second apron. I don't even know if that's possible, but I feel like you want to trade to get out of the second apron because next season, especially if you could get an expiring player this year that is on that. Because if you guys saw it, you guys should watch the Dane Moore podcast. One of them recently, he talked about the implications of Randall possibly opting out of his player option next year, which I don't think will happen. But in that, he says if he opted out, we would have all these options for flexibility. Because if we're in the second apron for 2 years in a row, I think we lose like the mid-level or whatever, and the biannual exception or whatever. And we could use the mid-level to sign a significant player. I mean, that's what, and he's pointing out that like Dante DiVincenzo was signed with that for on the Knicks or whoever signed him at the time. I don't remember. No, was he signed by the Warriors on that? I don't know. Whatever. It was a mid-level exception. So there's players to be had. You could also divvy that up into multiple players if you wanted to. But I do, and honestly, again, it's not because I think that Randall's a bad person. I really don't mean to be like that. It's more simply just because I think that he is actually, at a lot of times on the court, a negative to us and hurting us. So, I think it's a little bit of addition by subtraction here. And if we were to play Nas more and have well, I don't even know now because originally I was like, if Nas goes into the starting lineup, then Dante can just be the sixth man. But now Dante's been out there and killing it for us. We would, I mean, if we traded Randall, then the problem then is that you need somebody like Josh Mina has to play serious minutes. You're gonna need Luka Garza to play minutes. You're gonna have to play Terrence Shannon, which I'm saying that as a negative. It's sounding like I'm negative. I mean, I want to see those players play, and that's another point that I wanted to make. If you're going to have these gap years that we're talking about, where like 1 year you're good, the next year you kind of take a year back, and then the next year you go hard again, you you want to play these young guys. They have to get experience, and I know that they're hurt right now. I get it, but like before they were hurt, they had opportunities to play, and we just didn't play them. And I kind of feel like, I don't want to risk losing our position in the standings right now. Not that we're that high, but like, you do want to be a top 6 seed, and I think that's still in reach. So you don't want to, like, I can understand Finch. I'm just like putting words into his mouth, I guess. But like, you want to slip out of that and be in the play-in or worse by playing some of those players. But I think that you can play some of those players. I mean, there's only a 4.5 game difference between 3rd and 8th right now in the standings. We're 8th, and Memphis is 3rd. So like, it's not that crazy. And there's only well, now it's a 3-game difference because we lost tonight. But for first to third or some, or third, fourth numbers. But yeah. See, but Marcus, we just it would have been the same problem with Randall though. We'd be over the second apron, and we'd have all these restrictions that we can't do anymore. If the second apron wasn't a thing, then for sure, yeah, keep Cat. But yeah, we need a good stretch big who isn't getting the supermax for real grown. Like, and that was the other thing about Cat is that just the way like obviously he's getting to flourish in New York because there isn't another player like him there. But we had multiple bigs. We had Nas, who was like a similar player. So like Cat here was not the right fit. But I'm mentioning Cat way too many times. But see, Corey, but the thing is that Ant is still, I know that this is like, I guess, a cop-out answer by me, but Ant is still only 23. So I'm really not going to hold too much harsh judgment until we get to like I don't know, 26 or 27, because that's when your prime truly starts. Like, I'm not saying because he's not even really to his prime yet. He's still a very new player. Um, and also this is his first season being like the one and only guy on a team. Um, and I'm not that's not I mean, not to say that there's not other talented players. I'm saying this wrong. I just mean like he is the superstar of this team, like the superstar. Whereas when Cat was here, it was kind of a 1A, 1B a little bit. Um, at least took the load off a little bit from him. So I guess I'm just willing to give him a little bit more. And I do think that he shows flashes. Yeah, exactly, Jake. He's shown flashes that he's everything he would need to be. He just needs to do it consistently. Again, I challenge you all to go back and like if you want to compare him to like Shea. I mean, no, Shea's a different player. He's more of a guard, I guess. I mean, Ant's a guard, but like a point guard. Look at him in the Clippers. I mean, he played good at the Clippers, but it wasn't like perfect, you know? This is crazy. There's a lot tonight. Um, the season just ended and go to 2026 now. See, I kind of want that. Kind of want that. Yeah. But wow, I can't. Yeah, if Laurie, oh man, if Laurie or Lowry, why don't I can't say his name? Marketing. If he was cheaper, that would be perfect. But yeah, butterfly, exactly, exactly. Exactly. See, this is why I'm just not going to go too crazy on him. And that's why I was kind of harsh on Cat when he was here because he had been here so long. He was like 7 or 8 years in and he was still doing a lot of the bad habits that he was doing. And we've seen Ant still improve. Now, given it's improving less over the last couple of years because he is at a high level already. But anyways, I don't think, Butterfly, I don't think he's necessarily being a hater. But I do disagree. Um, no, I'm just being objective in a room of full bias. And see, I think that's what this has been the topic of the whole show. So Corey, I don't know if you heard earlier, but I was being questioned on why I'm not a homer and why do I do doom and gloom stuff. And I think it's just, I think it's good to be objective. But I do disagree. um, Yeah, and Crone. I mean, that's the other thing about Cat. We could have a whole. I mean, we could have a whole podcast on Cat and the reason he did not succeed here. But I mean, he a billion coaches, a billion GMs, a billion different versions of the team, and then the best team that he's on, which was last year, he has another big with him, and Anthony Edwards, who the league is like, okay, he's taking over the reins from you now. Like, it's crazy. So, um, solid as Ant led a team to the Western Conference Final, and you compared him to Wiggins. You have to be ignored after that statement. That's crazy. Yeah. St. Paul slander in the chat. Okay. Well, it's late. It's well past your bedtime, chat. And it's not past mine. I still have a couple more hours to do things before I have to go to bed and cry before work. But as a reminder, we are doing giveaways every stream if we get to 50 likes on the stream. And again, that might go up throughout the season depending on how many views or people start joining us and stuff like that. But which we did not get to tonight. I still would appreciate if you like the stream if you haven't already. And also if you check back because there's certainly going to be Warriors fans in the comments. And if you could fight for me, that would be nice. I'd love that. But as for those of you that are the diehards and still here, we are again the meetup is happening February 1st at the Wizards game, or it's actually before the Wizards game. We're gonna do. I haven't announced it yet officially on our Discord, which get in there for more details on that. But I'm going to be putting out an RSVP just so I know how many people to expect. I have an idea, but it's going to be at Tom's Watch Bar in downtown Minneapolis. It's like a block away from Target Center. We're going to go there before the game. Probably not like a ton before the game. Like maybe, I don't know. Probably aim to be there like an hour and a half before the game or something like that. Like I don't really want to be there like super long. I I know I talk on stream like this, but I really am not that much of a social butterfly. So I'm gonna run out of my social whatever cup. What am I trying to say? But anyways, I think that'll be a good place to go. I gotta get that pickle chicken or whatever we were talking about last time. But I think that's it. I think that's it for tonight. It was great to see you all again. As mentioned in the beginning, wow, Nightbot, perfect timing. Like the streamer, Rudy Gobert will attempt a 3. Or, by the way, Rudy Gobert behind the back pass, up 15. What the hell? Yeah. Yes, Matthew, they have pickle brine chicken. I'm getting it. I'm desperate. I actually had some pickle chicken tonight. It was not as good, but it was also from the freezer. So you're in FJD. Yes, we should definitely do that. Also, FJD, I'm going to be going to other games too. So if you wanted to hang out too, as was anybody, I just want to have one day on Saturday where we can 100% meet up and have a bunch of WAD squad people there. So yes, that behind the back pass was seriously frustrating. Anyways, it was great to see you all. Like the stream if you haven't already. Subscribe to the stream if you haven't already. And if you're watching the VOD, let me know if you're coming to the meetup. Join the Discord. But anyways. All right. 52 wins is still possible. By the way, I don't know why I was having such a hard part. What am I trying to say? I was having such a hard time figuring out how many losses we could afford to have 52 wins. It's 30. We can have 30 losses because there's 82 games this season. I don't know what's wrong with me. No, it's not 30. It's 20. No, it's 30. What's wrong with me? I can't do math on stream. Everybody leave. It's 30. Anyways, so we can have 30 losses. We're getting close, though. We are getting close. Intro as the outro, 52 wins, still possible. Capo, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I don't think there was a comment of the night tonight. Sorry. Actually, you know what? We're going to make it this. Pickle chicken is the comment of the night. Also, Mark, of course. Sometimes I wonder if blindness is all that bad. The Mark line. Anyways, great to see you all. Oh, Cameron, you thinking you give me more tickets before the meetup if we reach goals? Yes, every time. Every stream, if we can hit 50 likes, we will do ticket giveaways. We also might just sneak one guaranteed one in there. I kind of want to sneak one in there for like some long time people in like Discord and stuff like that, because I feel like there's some people that should definitely be able to go. And I don't want somebody that just randomly stumbled upon the stream to like get over somebody that's here all the time. So I want to prioritize some people that have been here a long time, but we will do some regular ones for anybody. So we definitely will. I have an extra ticket for meetup. I will be giving away in the next. Okay, well, perfect. Matthew, there we go. I like it. Cool. Anyways, 52 wins, still possible. Intro is the outro. I will be back Friday evening. I wonder where I'll be. I wonder if I'll be here or I might be in my car. I might try a car stream. We'll see. Maybe. No, we're not going to be in the car. We're not going to be in the car. We're going to be here. Anyways, I will see you guys Friday night for the next game. Hopefully we win. Hopefully Cat plays and it doesn't look good so that we can stop hearing about Cat needing to be on the Wolves still. No, I wouldn't be driving. I'd be sitting in a parking lot. But yes. All right. See you guys. Intro is the outro. I'll see you Friday night.
I believe that the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to win the World Championship.
Edwards. Oh, Edwards!